Welcome to a presentation by Beautiful Forever, Aesthetic Business Consulting with CEO Cheryl Whitman.
Welcome to the world as women see it. You'll find that there are many shades of gray. Anti-aging secrets can include anything that boosts self-esteem, anything that makes women feel naturally beautiful and sexier. Weight gain, hormones, anti-aging are together a rapidly growing multi-billion-dollar industry. So we're at the right place at the right time with an economy that just slowly is improving. It's rare to find a market where spending is on the rise. Because women have many traits in common, they can be very competitive amongst themselves. For example, though you think that we're dressing to attract men, in fact, women are really dressing themselves to impress other women or make other women jealous. Think about that. Women feel happier at their jobs, in their love life, in their sex life, all by just having a younger appearance, which means that the right kind of cosmetic procedures and treatments can dramatically boost their self-esteem. Listen to them carefully, and you'll turn your procedures and services into significant profit centers. But first, you must answer the question, what do women want? Women look for integrity in the physician or medical director serving them. They want to feel that they are getting the best educated and highest quality service from someone who's up to date with a variety of the latest technologies and treatments. Healthy women want a way to enhance their already strong self-image by removing imperfections or enhancing what they already have. Some other beautiful women do have serious imperfections. They really do need the procedures that will address these imperfections. Before and after photos, do a good display of your talent. Have them all over your office. Women love pictures. And as the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. But in the world of cosmetic surgery and aesthetics, a picture is also worth $10,000. As consultants, we bring you a higher level of success. We will show you how, by listening to what women really want, you won't have to worry about your competition. You won't have to offer steep discounts to generate business. By helping you to understand what women really want, we will build success on the foundation of your strong basic practice, as well as your own personal strengths and preferences as a physician. Using those and your enhanced understanding of what 91% of your patients really do want will help you create a stronger and a faster growing practice. This webinar will help you by showing what women really want to understand that relationships start with very small steps, very small procedures, and that helps to build your bond. Remember, start small and look at the big picture. Focus on the life cycle of your patient, including all the future procedures you'll do for a satisfied client. And word-of-mouth marketing, and the client will go and tell all of her friends how wonderful the results are. So we're going to start with one procedure, and we're going to build a relationship. Identify your female customer, the boomer, ages 50 plus, with successful careers. Women now are financially empowered. And something very interesting in a seminar here in Lancaster at Dr. Collins' office was women are looking for knowledge. For them, knowledge is power. And that was very motivating for me to hear that. And I think you should think about that. Knowledge is power. Women by numbers, 22% shop online at least once a day. That's interesting. And 92% pass along information about deals to others. There was about 171 women in the average address book of your patient, and 76% want to be part of that special or that special panel. And later we're going to be talking about surveys and panels. So remember that number. And 51% are moms, so mommy makeovers come in at a high number there. The majority in 2011, as you can see, 82% of all surgical and non-surgical procedures were on women. The top 3 non-surgical, this is according to the ASTS, Botox, fillers, and microderm. Women globally, 83% reveal that it is important to look natural. We always hear I want to look natural. I don't want to look fake. I don't want to look pulled back and tight. So 80% do recognize that they have wrinkles and fine lines, but 60% will admit that they only want to reduce some of them because they want to keep that natural look. Women expect well-trained, polite staff. It is a very important factor that we work on as consultants day to day. Minimal wait time. Please don't keep your paying patients waiting. Compassion, understanding comes along with listening. Undivided attention. When you are doing a consult or you're talking on the phone, they want to feel that they're the only ones that you're talking to. So that personalized service is very important. The professional appearance of your staff, your office, yourself is very important. Even if it's a dress down Friday, it has to be professionally dressed and wearing name tags or wearing lab coats, whatever your uniform policy is. Fair pricing. It is very important to be fair. And the added value, as we'll talk about, adding that in is important when it comes to pricing. And prompt follow-up. People want to know that you heard them, that you met with them, and they do want you to follow up. You need to find out, do they want it by text message, do they want it by phone call, cell phone, email, and it's very important that somebody is assigned to following up. Attract women to the practice. Well, that's what everybody's looking for. Remember, she doesn't need your services. She wants them. So focus on the solution. That's what we're doing. We're focusing on the solution of what she wants. She wants to look good and feel good. She wants to look in the mirror and say, wow, I look beautiful and sexy today. Stay competitive in business and keep her job, because there's some younger people coming in who might bump her out of her position. And she wants to do something special just for herself. So women say, okay, I'm ready, do it now. I have the time, I have the money. And now you have to attract them to get to your practice, your image. As an expert, remember that. You have to have self-confidence. You have to have the ability to connect. If you think of Clinton and how he connects with people, you feel that there's credentials, there's experience, there's personality. And there's something very comforting when you talk to somebody that's an expert that you feel has self-confidence. So that ability to connect and look at somebody and listen to them and be able to respond with a solution is one of the key factors to attracting women to your practice. There's many consumer types, as you all have come across. Understand their buying process. Understand what they're thinking. Buying is based on your reputation. Past results, your marketing materials, your staff interaction. They believe you, and you being the expert will make them look better and improve their lives. They need to know that you are the right physician to make this happen. So let's talk about the brand loyalists. Love you, and they won't go anywhere else. They're your preferred VIP group. Then there's the luxury shopper. They want only the best, and it could be exhausting, expecting you to treat them different than you treat others. They want extra time. They have extra questions. But they can turn out to be very loyal. But be cautious with how much time you spend. And then there's those deal makers that we all know, looking for good deals. Beware of the good deals, because their friend will come in the next day and want that same good deal. And the tire kick as well. We don't know how much time you really should spend with them, and we don't know if you really even want them. You have to be polite and go through your consult, even if you think they are tire kickers. So price versus value. Don't drop your price because you see your competitor has an ad for a $99 special. There are those that shop for prices, and they will find it cheaper. Doesn't mean it has to be you. Add perceived value. Add on extras that make them feel special. Offer a peel. Offer a facial when they come in for a consult. Tell them it's $150 value, and they'll feel like they're getting something special. L'Oreal's strategy is, it costs more, but I'm worth it. And you should feel that way. Trust. Without trust, a woman will not buy. They must trust you. During the consult is your time to build that. Eye contact. Listen. Respect and relate to them. Don't talk down to them. Ask direct questions. And again, solve and determine their solutions. Ask them why they are there, what they would like to see. Then you can give them your feedback. Ways to satisfy women. Well, I think that's a question most men ask all the time, but innovative products and techniques. Love telling their friends about the latest products or services that they have discovered. The bragging rights. Women have an attention to detail, and they're interested in all kind of advanced techniques. But they do want to make sure that safe beauty decisions are being made. Some people go to the website safeinjector.com because people are worried about safety these days. Be an expert. Reinforce their decisions to select you. Let them see you in the news or other forms of media. We recommend multimedia marketing, public relations. Let them perceive you as the expert because they want to come to the expert. And thank you, Gabby Garcia, for that. The experience. Again, we're building the bond. Those word-of-mouth referrals won't cost you much when it comes to your marketing dollars, but it will bring you in a lot of revenue. The journey is much more than just a purchase. Powerful brands win. Look at your overall practice. What is your brand? Do you have a brand? What is your brand strategy? We are happy to talk to you about it if you need to identify and work on rebranding. It's more important than cost. Develop and maintain an ongoing loyal relationship. Loyalty is one of the keys to retaining your patients. You are the expert. Succeed. Well, there's lots of reward cards out there. Sephora has a Beauty Insiders Club. Neiman Marcus has an inner circle. Allergan has brilliant distinctions. And refer a friend programs, VIP programs. All of these unique programs women want to be a part of, and we gave you the statistics earlier. So create your own program. You have to look at your state laws when it comes to certain programs, whether it's points or dollars or referring, and how you're going to reward them. But there are always ways to work on creating your own VIP customized program. You are the expert. You have to eliminate fears that women have, and studies have been done for this. The first, eliminate the fear of pain. People are afraid of pain. They're afraid of anesthesia. So you have to, in doing your consults, you have to address that. Payment options. No matter how much money they have, whether they have a 10-carat ring and they've just been dropped off, by a limo driver, doesn't matter. Offer payment options. Check credit was always one that I was very fond of, and there's many more out there. And people want to know how much downtime. When can I go to my next party? So you have to be realistic with your goals and your expectations. Closing the sale. That is always a challenge, but it is a big opportunity. Some physicians are excellent closers, and if you have the time and you're new and you're growing, you should be the one doing most of these things. But if you're busy and you're busy in surgery, then you have to have somebody very well trained, a patient coordinator, who could help you to explain, have patience, and make sure that they have that 30 to 45-minute window blocked out without being interrupted at all. And create demo books with before and after photos, not one in an old-fashioned photo album, but a really professional-looking book we make for our clients that should be in every single room and should be in your waiting room. And create a price list or a sales card or price options. When they call on the phone, you can give them a price range, but you don't have to give them until they come in for a consult an exact price. So when somebody's sitting there getting their consult, they want to see prices. So have something printed on your stationery with your logo, have a beautiful folder, brochure, easily accessible for somebody to look at while they're in your office, and they can also take home. Make it easy for them to choose a finance option. Too many physicians don't do that, and the patient coordinators don't want to be bothered. You will sell so much. We have numbers. I don't know exactly the numbers at the moment, but there are numbers on the closing ratio when you offer a patient financing option, and they take that option and you help them right on the spot to fill out the form, and they can make the phone call or type in their Social Security number. And the goal is to make the appointment that day. If not, make an appointment for a follow-up. Don't wait for them to call you. Make sure you know when you're following up with them and that you do what you say and you do follow up. Make her brand your brand. Create physician-branded skincare. I'm a big advocate when I look at profit and loss statements and look at numbers. The return on investment is huge. 45% of women cut back on skincare during the recession. Understandable. But 14% are already spending more this year. Total sales in the beauty and personal care industry were roughly $426 billion in 2011. And that was not a great year. You should be part of that $426 billion, and let us help you create a brand and a private label product line for physicians only. So here is a patient benefit for having your product. You tell them this is what you need. You have the prescription. You give them the product. They don't have to go shopping. They have home skincare maintenance kits now that go along with each of their treatment programs. And there's a benefit for higher grade cosmeceuticals, because when they go to the department stores and they're purchasing their product, the problem is that they're not going to get what you're offering them. So one more reason for them to sing your praises. So your benefits are huge. Huge return on investment. They can't buy it online. They have to buy it from you. It's an extension of your brand and your name they're going to be looking at every day, and it's only available at your office or your website. So the level of trust, and again, trying to keep your patients happy and coming back on a regular basis, which is like every 30 days to refill a product, or 60 days, that's what we want. And so having it online does increase your revenue. And we can talk about that anytime that you'd like to email me at Cheryl@beautifulforever.com. So get out there and create a marketing plan for yourself. Conduct local seminars, lunch and learn events. Become part of your community. Too many physicians that we meet up with on a daily basis are not part of their community. Start by networking within 5 or 10 miles of your location. Be part of some fundraisers. Align yourself with some big salons and big spas, and educate the staff that is there on the services that you're offering. And there's corporate health fairs. There's huge corporation health fairs where there's hundreds of people that show up, and you can take a booth, you can give a lecture, and it's all to your advantage. Get out there and start marketing. If you won't do it, and I've met some very shy physicians who won't do it, then get somebody to represent you in your practice who will, and we can train them on how to network in your community. So by creating that marketing plan, one of the first things should be is your web page. You should create a killer web page. Your PR, public relations, you're connecting with the print and the broadcast and the media, even if it's local. It doesn't have to be national. Press releases could be local. Promote an event. Advertise to deliver targeted messages. Don't just advertise and mention every single thing that you do. Have a target. Social media, some doctors don't want to get involved. That's fine. Hire a firm to do it. Have somebody identified in your practice who will follow up. Use Google AdWords, but make sure that somebody's managing your account. We look at these accounts on a daily basis. The AdWords and the ads sometimes have to be changed daily if they're not working. And you must invest in good search engine optimization. I'm sure you've heard that many, many times, and there's lots of companies out there, as well as practice docs, that can help you with their online marketing. But SEO, get a couple of different posts, get some prices, and see what you're getting for your money. Generate women-to-women referrals. Build your reputation. Be available. Make sure there's appointment slots open every day where somebody can get in so they don't have to wait for their treatment. And improve your communication methods by listening to the front staff, by listening to what your patient coordinator is telling all of your patients. And understand your market. Some markets are younger, the 30s and 40s. Some markets are the 50s and 60s, and some cover it all. And always offer incentives when it comes to referring a friend. Also, offer incentives to your staff. So your team. What is the most important reason a patient chooses your practice? Think about this, and I want you to ask this question to everybody at your next meeting in your office. The answer is your team. They must live up to your practice standards. And you have to link the staff performance to staff incentives. Don't be cheap about it. Trust me, it works, no matter what the incentive is. Even if you have a monthly goal to reach, a monthly gift that you're going to give. It really does make a difference to motivate and incentivize your staff. Measure your team's performance. There's patient exit surveys that we can help you with. Spy calls, you'd be shocked if you heard what we hear on the phone. We're put on hold when we do the spy calls. They can't answer the question. Nobody calls you back for 3 days. And we create a report card, which we send to the practice administrator or the physician. And then they take those report cards with the names of the people who have answered those phone messages or emails. And we also see how long it takes them to respond back when we ask a question on the website. Mystery shopping, sending somebody in with fresh eyes to see what's really going on. How does the front of your practice look? What's actually going on in the back, and actually go in and get some services performed. It's surprising what you would find in your own practice. So as consultants, we come in and we do the mystery shopping or the spy calls, and it's amazing day to day what we find and the differences from practice to practice. And we can talk about any time that you might be interested in measuring your team's performance. So survey, measure of success. This internal survey for your staff, okay? Everybody thinks about only surveying their patients externally, but internally, you want to know what your staff thinks that people are saying about you. So you need to have a survey for your staff. You need to have a survey externally for all of your patients to know what they're saying about you and compare what you think they are saying about you. You might be very surprised, and we can help you create those surveys. If you email us with your contact information, mailing address, we can even send you some surveys to look at and give you some questions. There's also focus groups, and they're very interactive and work very, very well. We've done them over and over again. And even if you just take the top 15 patients, and we've done them where we did groups of 20 and 30-year-olds, and then groups of 40 and 50. We've done some with men. But you can take a small group to a restaurant or a hotel suite away from the office, and you serve food or refreshments and have somebody create a series of questions, hand them out so everybody has them in front of them, and do some brainstorming and have some conversation and have a focused leader who asks the questions. You might want to audio tape it or videotape it so you can go back and listen and learn and identify the wants and needs. We're going back to the very beginning. What do women really want? So in her opinion, Beautiful Forever did a survey. As soon as I enter, I expect good customer service. We got that from dozens of women. And other women have told us that they like the reassurance from the staff that when they walk in and they're welcome, that they know who they are. And they want to be fully informed of all the costs. There should be no hidden costs. And post-procedures, most doctors, interesting enough, don't really do any of the follow-up. The follow-up call from the physician is really important that night or the next day. It means a lot to the patient who's recovering. One of our clients and a good friend said after her facelift a year ago, it would have been nice if somebody would have talked to her about skin care, how to maintain her skin and makeup as part of her entire package after spending $25,000. Nobody even addressed it with her. Remember, it's important to continue to build your relationship, and these are ways that you can do that. Beautiful Forever offers aesthetic business consulting. We do product development. We help you with your marketing and branding. Maybe we need to recreate your brand or recreate your menu. We help you with educational tools, staff training and reports, and any kind of business planning, and assessing your practice of what's going on and what needs to be done to move on to the next level of success.
Contact us today at beautifulforever.com or call 877-SPA-MEDI for an initial complimentary evaluation of your practice needs. Realize greater profits at a $300 savings.